RFA, 12th of January 2024, Tibetan lady expelled from pageant after refusing to affix China on her sash. At present, China is occupying Tibet illegally and has humiliated and subjugated the Tibetan people. After she refused to add China to the words Miss Tibet on her sash, a Tibetan woman was compelled to withdraw from a beauty competition in Cambodia, according to her and the organizers. Tenzin Paldon, 28, a competitor in the Miss Global 2023 pageant, was involved in an incident that is the most recent instance of China using coercion to get international events to follow its political agenda. The organizers gave Paldon, a contestant in a Tibetan beauty pageant, two choices: either she would put China on her sash, or she would not wear one at all. She felt that both options negated why she had come to the event, so she decided to leave. Paldon competed in the same event in Cambodia in January 2018. Taiwanese competitor Linda Huang's Taiwan rock sash resulted in her expulsion from the pageant held in Vietnam. She then modified it to Taipei, China, and was granted permission to compete. Government representatives urged removing two applicants, one from Taiwan and one from Tibet, according to Sofan, where the owner of Mahahang Production, which represented the Cambodian side of the organizers, acknowledged the RFA. According to one of the organizers, the Prime Minister of Cambodia texted them, suggesting that the Taiwanese and Tibetan pageant contestants be disqualified from the tournament. Paldon added. Stages of the competition will be held in both Vietnam and Cambodia as co-hosts of the pageant, which runs until January 18. In the opening round of the Miss Global Beauty pageant, Miss Tibet competitor Paldon yelled, "Victory to Tibet!" Chinese officials were aware of the ceremony since it was broadcast live on social media and Cambodian television. In the opening round of the Miss Global Beauty pageant, Miss Tibet competitor Paldon yelled, "Victory to Tibet!" Chinese officials knew the ceremony since it was broadcast live on social media and Cambodian television. Hun Manet, Cambodia's newly appointed prime minister, committed to enhancing Cambodia's ties with China by selecting Beijing as his first official overseas tour destination. Politics of Sash. Paldon, who competed in a beauty pageant for Tibetan women living abroad and took home the title of Miss Tibet 2017, also voiced her displeasure at the politicization of international beauty pageants. Paldon aspires to be a role model for young Tibetan women and to empower them. She finds it disappointing that politics restrict their options. Paldon was greeted by fans and members of the Tibetan community at John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York on January 10 after waiting for over a week at her own expense in Cambodia. They commended her for her position. "We are disheartened but also very proud of the firm stand she has taken, as a Tibetan." The Regional Tibetan Women's Organization of New York and New Jersey's secretary, Tashi Palmo, stated, "We are disheartened but also very proud of the firm stand she has taken, as a Tibetan." Previous Miss Tibet competitors withdrew from international beauty pageants because they would not put China on their sash. In 2005, Tashi Yangchen pulled out of a Miss Tourism pageant in Zimbabwe after being told to wear a Miss Tibet China belt or enter as a guest exclusively. She decided to leave the event. At a tournament in Malaysia 2 years later, Miss Tibet 2006 Sering Chungdak also suffered an identical fate. Until 2017, Lobsang Wangyal Productions' Miss Tibet pageant honored Tibetan ladies for 15 years. It hasn't been held because of COVID-19 and a shortage of candidates. However, according to a statement from Lobsang Wangyal, the director of the Miss Tibet beauty pageant, the contest will return in 2024 following a 5-year break.